Welcome back to episode 40 of Steinsgate. Happy Friday. Where we last left off, we decided not to send the D-mail to see what Kiryu Mocha's route will be. And turns out it's already a crazy one with Nei, basically Tanoji's daughter trying to kill us. And she can't after 15 years. And so we're kind of averting and changing the storyline. We're at 0.57%, which is just 0.005% more, but still we are in a different world line, so it's going to be very interesting to do. We just discovered in the last episode we do have the IBN 5100 now, and we're going to get our super hacker on it. So if you like videos like this and want to see more, please like, comment, and subscribe, as it really does help out the channel. Let me know what you want to see next, and without further ado, let's jump back into it. Okay, Daru is in front of his computer playing an eroge. Kurisu's napping on the sofa. She probably just got done with her all-nighter on the time leap machine. Mayuri's not around. She probably went to Lucas to beg him to cosplay. Kurisu jerks awake. My sonorous declaration earns only blank stares. Why are they so slow?
IBN 5100だ。だからではない。IBN 5100があるのだよ。
そりゃあるっしょ。オカリンが持ってきたんじゃん。
そうだ、俺が持ってきた。柳林神社からな。
オカリン、今日はやけにテンション高くね。
Crazy.
ちょっとぐらい寝かせろよ。
Kurisu rubs her eyes and complains. She looks dead tired.
徹夜明けなんだから。
ダル、一つ聞くが、IBN 5100の使い方について勉強はしたか？
は？まあ一応。コミマ前のクソ忙しい時期に僕って偉すぎじゃね？イギリスだったらナイトの称号もらえるレベル。
ならば今日からお前のことをさあスーパーハッカーと呼ぼう。
だが断る。
くだらない会話は自重しろ。頭が痛くなる。
If Daru knows how to use the IBN 5100, then we can hack CERN right now.
全ラボ面につける。
Mary's not here, but that's actually more convenient.
長き戦いにいよいよ決着をつける時が来た。すなわちラグナロックが開始されるのだ。本作戦の概要はすなわちセルン本部の最深部に隠された極秘データを IBN 5100によるクラッキングで破壊することである。エシュロンなる卑劣な電子機器により奴らは我らの極秘情報をかすめ取った。天津さえそれをもとに我らを特定し、我らが開発した人類の夢タイムマシンの強奪をも目論んだ。研究機関でありながらその裏で時空の支配者の座を望み、
I mean, we're really going to town on this.
実験を行う奴らに今こそ正義の鉄槌を下そうではないか。そして真の時空の支配者がどちらなのか、奴らの目にしかと刻みつけてやれ。戦いが終わった時、世界を陰で牛耳る支配構造は
I still think this is the wrong line, though.
最高
So something will have to go horribly wrong.
そう、我らが望んだ混沌がついに訪れるのだ。
まあ、うるさい。
Kurisu gets sped up and rises from the sofa.
一体何なの？
オカリンの心の闇は誰にもわからんでござる。
そもそも設定じゃ岡部は狂気のマッドサイエンティストじゃなかった？なのになんで正義の鉄槌とか言っちゃってるんだ。
You know what? That is a fair point.
ついカッとなってやったんじゃね？今は反省してるかも。
お前たちごちゃごちゃ言っていないで準備しろ。
準備って何ぞ？
だから今言っただろう。セルンへのクラッキングだ。
クラッキングは良くないと思う。
なんという優等生的発言。お前は委員長か。
捕まりたいの？
そういう問題ではない。
I fight the urge to grind my teeth. Instead, I fix Kurisu with my stare.
このターニングポイントへ到達するためにこれまで戦ってきた。今こそアルファ世界線を離脱しマユリを救う。邪魔をするというなら誰だろうと許さん。絶対にだ。
岡部。
Fair enough.
必死すぎ。
I've got a good reason. To them, only half an hour has passed since the time leap machine was built. But to me, many days have passed since the ordeal began. It really is an interesting... I feel like there's a movie about this too, where people only really spent a couple of days in like the same time loop, and it just kept going horribly, horribly wrong. So that's very interesting. I wish I remember what that was called.
頼む。
I bow my head deeply.
俺の願いを聞いてくれ。
Or else Mayuri will die, and in 26 years the world will be ruled by CERN. Suzuha's sacrifice will have been for nothing. Daru claps me on the shoulder, then smiles broadly and thrusts his thumb skyward. That's my man, my super hacker.
別にあんたのためにクラッキングするんじゃないんだからね。
これはひどい。
I burst out into laughter. Sir Super Haka, Tsundere version, is here to save the day. I couldn't have asked for a better right-hand man. As Daru hooks the IBN 5100 to his PC, I explain the situation one more time. I pray this is the last.
つまり全ての元凶は俺が最初にダルに当てて送ったメールにある。それがセルンのエシュロンに捕らえられてしまったせいでラウンダーに目をつけられた。結果マユリは殺され、俺たち3人はセルンに拉致され、タイムリープマシンは強奪される。
Some years after that, I assumed Daru and I escaped and formed the resistance to which Suzuha belonged.
どれだけ回避しようとしてもダメだった。世界はアトラクタフィールド理論により同じ結末へと収束してしまう。
それもし全部妄想だったらカリンはラノベ作家になれると思うお。
If only he said visual novel, that would have been perfect.
事実だ。すべてな。マユリの死を避けるためには。
And to free Suzuha's future from CERN.
アルファ世界線から脱出するしかない。これまでに歪ませた事象をすべて取り消すことでそれは可能になると俺は考えている。つまり目指すべきは俺がダルに最初の D メールを送る前のベータ世界線。
I'm still waiting for something horrible to happen.
そこへ到達するためエシュロンに捉えられた最初のメールデータをセルンのデータベースから削除しなくてはならないのだ。
If what Suzuha said is correct, then erasing that data will take us over 1% divergence and back to the beta world line. It was just one short email, barely 36 bytes, but it's changed the course of human history. The butterfly effect.
面白いわね。
Unless Mr. Braun's hearing us downstairs and just steals it. Kurisu mutters as she sips her hot coffee. It looks like she's already recovered from her exhaustion.
マキセ氏は信じるん？
仮説としてはね。できれば客観的データが欲しいところだけど、それはさすがに無理だし。
安心しろ。お前が改良を施したタイムリープマシンの出来はガチだった。
当然でしょ。
She doesn't deny it. That's just like Kurisu.
それに IBN5100 でのハッキングはもともと予定してたことだし、とにかくアクセスしてみて、もしそこにメールデータが存在していたなら岡部の言葉は事実だと証明される。
要するに 考えるな、感じるんだということですね。わかります。
いや、逆にわかんないけど。
考えるよりやってみろということだ。
Daru extracts his massive body from the space behind the desk, plops himself down on the chair, and wipes away his sweat.
つなぎ終わったお。ちょっと設定いじらないとダメだけど、10分しないうちに始められる。
よし。
それにしても元凶となった最初のメールね。それってあれでしょ？ ATF で見せてもらったやつ。私が死んでたとかなんとか。
そうだ。ラジカンでお前が殺されているのを目撃した俺はダルにそれを伝えるメールを送った。ダルはたまたま電話レンジカッコ仮の実験中で放電現象が起きて。
My voice trails off. We just got a flash of that. Oh, something is telling me to stop. Fear rises in my chest, a sudden terrible certainty that I am missing something vital. I frantically replay the conversation in my head. We must cancel all of our changes to the timeline so far. The very first email started it all. The one that said I died or something. Return to the world line that existed before I sent the first email. Where Kurisu is dead. Where she never makes the time machine. An icy fist seizes my heart and I turn to Kurisu with a look of pure terror. Our eyes meet. Those eyes of hers no longer show the sharp defiance from when we first met. Instead, they glow warmly, the light of curiosity.
何よ。
I was right, I had missed something vital, something dire. The world line I set my sights on to save Mayuri. The world line and future that Suzuha wished for. The world line I am at last poised to reach at the end of this long struggle. On that world line, Mayuri lives. And on that world line, CERN fails. And on that world line, on the 8th floor at the Radikan, Magase Kurisu dies. Okay, I have to check something real quick. Now we're in chapter 10. So forgive me 1 second. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, I'm not going to continue this. I know I was in the right spot. That's all I needed to know. I thought that I had found the solution, that everything would be alright. But the equation was meaningless. I had solved nothing. Instead, I am left with a terrible choice. Mayuri or Kurisu. One of them must die. Radikan is still off limits. They haven't yet repaired the hole that Suzuha's time machine made. I look down through the hole at the streets of Akiba. From up here, they look narrow and stifling. Across the way, a train rumbles by. I watch the yellow striped cars move past. I came here because I wanted to be alone. The day before yesterday, I abruptly cancelled the attempt to hack CERN. Kurisu and Daru demanded an explanation, but I just couldn't give them one. The decision has paralyzed me. 2 days later, I am still nowhere close to finding answers. Also, the name of this chapter is Translucent Stardust. That's not good. What do I do? 2 weeks ago on July 28th, Dr. Nakabachi held a press conference in this very spot. 2 weeks? Wow. That's how long we've known everyone. Essentially, the same day Kurisu was murdered. Let's say we go through with the plan and delete the first email I sent, the one about Kurisu's death from CERN's database. That would return us to the beta world line where it all began. What would happen then? According to my prediction, our friend, lab member number 4, Makase Kurisu would disappear. Someone who died on July 28th cannot be alive now on August 15th. That would defy causality. A time paradox. The world has already decided to eliminate her. The moment we erase the D-mail, Kurisu will cease to exist. And so I am left with 2 options. Option 1. Hack CERN with the IBN 5100 and erase the first email I sent, thus returning to the beta world line. Kurisu will disappear, but Mayuri will live. CERN will never build a time machine, and the future will be free. Option 2. Don't hack CERN. Keep living here on the Alpha world line. Mayuri will die, so will Mocha and FB. Kurisu will likely be kidnapped by CERN, but at the very least, she won't die. With her research, CERN will gain control of space-time, and the future will be a dystopia where no one is free. But then who kills her?
どちらか選べだと
Ridiculous. I choke out a laugh. How am I, of all people, supposed to make that choice?
こんなの選べるわけないだろ
I don't really care about the future, whether it's free or ruled by CERN. I know I should care. Suzuha entrusted her wish to me. Doesn't that make it my responsibility? But still, it doesn't seem quite real. 20 years is a long time. Right now, only Mayuri and Kurisu matter. I must choose which to save. If I had been given this choice back on July 28th before this all started, I probably would have not hesitated to abandon Kurisu and save Mayuri. But it's not July 28th, it's August 15th. And more so, we've spent, I mean, not nearly as much as childhood friends, but I spent 2 long weeks with Kurisu. She's one of us now, an integral part of the lab. And as I leapt through time and time again, she was the person I relied on the most. Always calm, always thoughtful, always ready with a new hypothesis, always there to give me a push when I needed it most. I wouldn't even have the time leap machine if not for Kurisu. It's thanks to her that I made it this far. After all she's done for me, there's no way I can abandon her now. But on the other hand, nor can I let Mayuri die. Everything I've done, I did to save her. I would give anything, even my own life, to see her safe. More than anything, I want her to live. No matter what, I won't let her die.
結局どっちも選べない選べるわけがない
Kill Kurisu or kill Mayuri. That is what this choice comes down to.
こんな結末なのかよ
I drive my fist into the wire fence.
鈴葉やフェイリスやルカ子や萌えかみんなの思いを犠牲にしてまでたどり着いたのがこんな結末なのかよ
Is there no other option, no way to save them both? What if I use Suzuha's time machine? I could return to the beta world line, then use her time machine to travel to July 28. No, that won't work. The reason Suzuha leapt to 2010 was to prevent CERN from creating a dystopia. That only occurs on this world line. If I escape the Alpha world line, the future Suzuha wished for will become a reality, and she'd have no reason to leap back to 2010. Her time machine won't exist on the beta world line, so I won't be able to use it. Alright, then what if I send Kurisu a warning via D-mail? It could say don't go to Dr. Nakabachi's presentation. No, that won't work either. Remember, causality converges. Kurisu's death is inevitable on the beta world line, just as Mayuri's is inevitable on this world line. No matter what I do, the world will ensure her death.
ダメだ
Well, there's also the C and D world lines too. I slowly sink to the floor with my back against the fence.
俺は助けられない
I'm powerless against the will of the world. What should I do? What should I do? Maybe Mayuri doesn't die on the current world line. I canceled Mocha's D-mail, plus I haven't had an opportunity to check the divergence meter since. Might there be a chance? If the pattern continues, Mayuri's death has been pushed back to the night of the 17th. If Mayuri doesn't die between 7 and 8 p.m. that night, then I won't have to face this horrible decision. Also, doesn't it show that there's more options if we're at least able to push it by a day, you would think? I know it's unlikely, I understand that from all my experiences so far, but still I can't help but cling to that hope. Mayuri and Kurisu, if I can just save them both, then I don't care if the future is ruled by CERN. I'll betray Suzuha's dream if that's what it takes. So please let Mayuri live. To whom should I make this desperate plea? God? Fate? The world itself? Either way, I'm just one insignificant human being among millions, billions. Will my prayers truly reach? I already know what the answer will be, and that knowledge, that certainty, is a despair. Kamiyama runs for 3 straight days from the 15th to the 17th. On the last day, I go with Mayuri and stay with her from morning until Kamiyama closes. It's not really my thing though, and the crowd is ridiculous, so I wait off to the side with Mayuri's bags. From time to time, Mayuri appears with new bags for me to guard, and usually a snack for us to share, but I spend most of this day alone. To some extent, I am here to escape reality, to empty my mind and forget my fears. But even when I close my eyes, I can still hear the footsteps of death approaching. It's already dark by the time the bus drops us back at Akiba. Mayuri's dragging her costume case behind her. I'm carrying bags covered in moe artwork and loaded with doujinshis. These are all Mayuri's purchases, not mine. I can't believe she bought so much. I guess the reason she doesn't cosplay herself is that she's too busy shopping. We get off the bus and just stand here for a while.
Mayuri はこれからどうするんだ？まっすぐ家に帰るか？
ラボに行こうと思ってたんだよ。
何か用事が？
特にないけどね。オカリンと一緒に久々にのんびりしたいなって。ちょっとお腹が空いたからね。途中でジューシー唐揚げナンバー1を買うの。
Gotta love juicy chicken number 1. Maybe Mayuri wants a taste of normalcy again now that the chaos of Kamima has ended. I can't begrudge her that. I stifle a groan and shrug my shoulders.
じゃあ帰るか。
ねえねえオカリン、今日はね、どうしてマユシーについてきてくれたの？これまでは一度もコミマに一緒に行ったことないよね。オカリンは萌えには興味ないもんね。
ロボットアニメには興味はある。
But not so much that I'd line up early in the morning for Kamima each year like Daru and Mayuri do.
で、どうして今日は付き合ってくれたの？
それは。
To confirm your death. Those words pop into my head, but I quickly shake them away. Why am I so set on Mayuri dying? I want her to live, remember?
それは？
Ruh-roh, Reggie.
気まぐれだ。
そっか。
Where's the sad music? Suddenly silence. A downhearted frown replaces the usual smile on Mayuri's face. Did my answer upset her? But it's not like I could tell her the truth. How do you tell someone they're going to die?
ルカ子が
I frantically try to smooth things over.
コスプレして恥ずかしがっているところを見て笑ってやろうと思ったのだが来ていなくて残念だった。
Good save.
ルカ君、絶対大人気になっちゃうのにね。いろんなブログに画像アップされまくってね、新聞社のニュースサイトにも載って海外にも紹介されちゃったりするよ。そしたらルカ君はワールドワイドなスーパースターなので、マユシーはそれを見て遠いところに行っちゃったなーって思いを馳せるのです。
She's like a scouter.
本当にそうなりそうだから困る。
オカリン。
Suddenly, Mayuri turns around and peeks at my face as she walks backward.
今日はね、ありがとう。
Heart attack.
なんだ突然。
だってね、さっきも言ったけど、オカリンと一緒にコミマ来たの初めてだもん。マユシーは結構嬉しかったよ。
A smile finally returns to Mayuri's face.
でもね、 次はオカリンもコスプレしてくれるともっと嬉しいかも。
あ
Give an inch, take a mile.
あ、考えておく。
That's right, don't think negative thoughts. Think about a fun, bright future.
いいの？本当に？
マユリ自身もコスプレして参加するならな。それだけじゃなく、ルカ子とそれと
Only if everyone cosplays.
二人にコスプレさせるよう説得しろ。そこまでできたなら真打ちとしてこの俺が狂気のマッドサイエンティスト法院京馬としてコミマに降臨しようではないか。
The next Kamima takes place this winter. We'll all be there, as if none of this has ever happened. All of us laughing and smiling together. Just imagine it. Just imagine a future like that.
そっか、道は険しいね。でもね、今ちょっと想像してみたらとっても楽しそう。それにクリスちゃんはコスプレに興味津々みたいだったし、脈あるかも。マユシ、頑張ってみるね。
We arrive at the lab. Uh-oh. I look up at the second floor, but there's no light in the window. Oddly enough, there's nobody here today. I've got a bad feeling about this. Is Mocha going to ambush us? On the previous world line, I forgave Mocha and Tenoji, but that has already been undone. This is a new world line. The Rounders are still alive and they're still after the time leap machine.
マユリ、ここでちょっと待ってろ。
I motion for her to sit and wait on the bench in front, then I carefully check the area. I know my efforts are likely futile, but still I want to do anything I can, anything to give Mayuri a chance, however small, of surviving on this world line. Something tells me it would be foolish to go straight up to the lab, so first I decide to check the street for any suspicious people. I walk down the street toward Kuromabashi Dori, careful to always keep Mayuri in sight. Drive by. Suddenly, a white station wagon parked at the end of the street fires its engine and takes off in our direction. I can see clearly through the front window. The man in the driver's seat is unfamiliar, but I have seen that station wagon before. It's the same one Mocha used to run us over on a previous world line, the same one Tenoji used to transport the IBN 5100, and now it's bearing down on me at full speed. I'm in the center of the road. There's nowhere to run. The station wagon flips on its high beams, instantly turning my vision white. I can't move, it's all happening too fast. I expected an ambush inside the lab, but instead I'm facing a charging car. What do I do? Well, Mayuri pushes us out of the way and she dies, probably. I'm fine, I won't die, the world hasn't approved that fate. No wait, what day is it? This is the first time I made it to the 17th, does that mean my death is still undecided? Will I die in Mayuri's place? If that will save her, if this will end it, then maybe it's for the best. No, I don't want to die yet. Two contradictory emotions collide in my mind. My body doesn't know which way to turn. Will I be the one to die? Something slams into my back. Well, that hit someone. I open my eyes. I'm lying on the side of the road. My whole body hurts, but I don't appear to be seriously injured. Someone saved me? I look up to see the station wagon's taillights disappearing around the corner. And there, lying in the center of the road, is Mayuri.
Mayuri!
I run to her side. Mayuri is bleeding from the head. The pavement is slick with blood. Did she protect me? But that's not what I wanted. I lift her body up in my arms. Her eyes twitch, then slowly open.
おかり。
マユリ、ごめん。俺のせいで。
Her hand wanders as if seeking something. It's reaching for the starry sky. Her eyelids are heavy. They could close any second now. But still, she looks straight into my eyes. And for some reason, she smiles.
やっとマユシーはオカリンの役に立てたよ。
Oof.
何よ。
Stardust handshake. Her delicate fingers grasp at the sky, but all they find is empty air. Her arm goes limp. I grab her hand before it hits the ground. Mayuri is no longer breathing. I've seen her die countless times, but this time it's too much. This time it's all my fault. I embrace Mayuri's tattered body, her lifeless, motionless, tattered body. I clench my jaw and bite back my tears.
マユリ、ここからじゃあんまり星が見えないな。こんなのあんまりだろう。
Why did she have to die like this? You know darn well why. The only reason this happened is because this is what the world wished for. Her death is unavoidable, the result upon which the world lines converge. I knew from the beginning that this would happen, but I never imagined that she would die saving me and with a smile on her face.
やっと役に立てたって。一体どういう意味なんだよ。なあ。
There is no future for Mayuri on this world line, and that brings me once again to the choice. Do I return to the Beta world line killing Kurisu, or do I leave things as they are and accept Mayuri's death? I can't run away. I am the one who twisted fate. I am the one who must decide. Wow. That blue sky above. I'm on the roof of the Radikan after I go back 56 hours with 2 time leaps. I lean against the wire fence and stretch out my legs as I look at the sky. I wanted more time to think, that's why I came back. Last time I spent 2 days refusing to face reality, but that is no longer an option now that I've confirmed Mayuri's death. This time I need to reach a decision. But how? This equation has no solution. No matter what choice I make, someone dies. From a purely utilitarian viewpoint, I should choose the Beta world line, where CERN never creates a dystopia. But it's not that simple, not for me. There must be some other way. According to Suzuha, 2010 is a point of great divergence at the attractor field level. I think that divergence has already commenced by the time I sent the email reporting Kurisu's death. So when did divergence begin? I can't say for sure, but I think it was the moment we completed the phone wave named Subject to Change. That was around the middle of July. Dara and I deemed it a failure right after completion. By the time Kurisu was killed, there was already a huge divergence at the attractor field level. Now that I think about it, reading Steiner activated that day when I sent the email that started it all. At that moment, every pedestrian and vehicle on the main street of Akiba suddenly vanished. That feels so long ago, but now I can finally explain it. That was the moment I shifted from the Beta world line to the Alpha world line. On the Beta world line, where this all began, Suzuha didn't arrive in her time machine. Dr. Nakabachi's conference went ahead as planned, and the flow of tourists and shoppers through Akiba was unimpeded. But when I sent the email, events changed on a huge scale from my perspective at least. On the current world line, Suzuha crashed her time machine into the roof of the Radikan. Nakabachi's presentation was cancelled and the part of Akiba was closed to traffic. Because I was on the street when the world line changed, it appeared to me as if thousands of people suddenly vanished. The truth is that they were never there to begin with. Like a magician's trick, it's so obvious once you understand how it works. The real problem is the timing of the email. I moved to the Alpha world line after Kurisu died. If I had sent the email before she died, then I might have been able to intervene even now on this world line. But no, the world that would defy causality. I sent the email because I saw Kurisu's body. That's the way it has to be. Who killed her anyway? I still don't know. It definitely wasn't suicide. What if I identify the murderer and send them an email warning them off? Would that prevent her death? I mean, no one has tried to kill her on this world line, have they? Maybe there's a chance. However, to send that email, I would first have to move to the Beta world line. The more I think about it, the more futile it seems. I've already seen Mayuri die countless times. Everything I tried to prevent it failed. I understand it all too well. When the world desires someone's death, nothing can stop it. I can't save Kurisu.
いたいた。
Womp womp. I thought I was alone, but it seems that I was wrong. I turn around to see Kurisu standing in the open door. I avert my eyes. I can't look in her face. In the face, not now.
こんなところで何してる？
いや、よくここが分かったな。
一人になりたいって言ってたから、確率的に見てここに一番いそうっていう回。
I'm so excited to watch the anime. It has, I mean, even though the visual novel is good, 24 episodes of the anime, I'm almost at 50 or 60 hours for the visual novel. So it's going to be, I'm going to do a review of the visual novel. I'll do a review of the anime. I'm probably won't do the prequels, but we'll see. Let me know if you guys would be interested in that.
だったら一人にさせてくれ。わざわざ探さなくていい。俺は迷子の子供じゃない。
Ooh.
何よ、せっかく人が心配して探しに来たのに。いや、心配はしてないけど。
Right after she gets herself flustered, Kurisu sighs and puts on a serious expression. Classic.
私だってあんたのことなんて放っておこうかと思った。ただ一昨日の岡部なんか変だったから。まあいつも変なんだけど、いつも以上にって意味で。くそまずいオートミール食べてる時みたいなしょげっぷりじゃない？何があった？
何も。
だったらなんでセルンへのクラッキングをやめたの？
お前だってクラッキングは良くないと言っていただろう。
大イーホフラグが立ってビビったんですね。わかります。
せめて順法精神に目覚めたと言ってくれ。
全然らしくないな。いつもの独善的な態度はどこ行ったのよ。狂気のマッドサイエンティスト法王院京馬のくせに。
独占的でなんかいられるか。
Ooh.
今回ばかりは独善的じゃいられないんだ。
I have forced my ego on others before. Suzuha, Ferris, Luca. I sacrificed their dreams for the sake of my goal. I justified it all by telling myself that it was necessary to save Mayuri. I weighed their suffering against the alternative and made my self-righteous choice. But this time, the alternatives are impossible to compare.
仲間のどちらを見殺しにするかって決断を前にして独善的でいられたら、むしろどれだけ楽だっただろうな。
どちらかを見殺しってどういう意味？
なあ、クリスティーナ。俺は所詮ただの学生なんだよ。
Oh no, we're just gonna expose everything. This is gonna be truly sad.
狂気のマッドサイエンティスト法王院京馬。そんなの全部妄想だ。設定だ。気づかなかっただろ。
いや、初対面時点でなんとなく気づいてましたが。
初対面か。
What if I hadn't found Kirisu's body back then? Let's try imagining that situation. If I hadn't seen Kurisu dead, I wouldn't have interrogated her before the seminar at ATF. Without hearing me call her a zombie, she wouldn't have taken an interest in me. She wouldn't have come to the lab. Ultimately, we would never have built the time leap machine, leaving me without the means to save Mayuri. And of course, Kurisu would not have become our friend. We would not be as close as we are right now.
答えて岡部。どういう意味なの？
I can't meet her questioning gaze.
どうしても言わないとダメか。
散々相談に乗ってやったでしょ。今さら遠慮するな。
That's not what this is about.
だったら覚悟してくれ。これから話すのは相談じゃない。事実だ。お前にとっては死亡宣告になる。
え？
Kirisu's voice cracks a little.
俺は説明したよな。セルにクラッキングをすることで マユリが死ぬことのないベータ世界線へたどり着けると。
2036年のセルンのディストピアもなくなる自由な未来が待ってるバラ色の世界線、そんな風に聞こえた。
バラ色なものかよ。元凶となった最初の D メール、その内容はお前にも見せたはずだ。ベータ世界線ではそのメールの内容が実際に起きた。
Kurisu is a genius. I have no doubt that she understands.
ベータ世界線ではお前は7月28日に死んでいるんだ、クリス。そしてそれはアトラクターフィールド理論による収束のせいでどうしても回避できない。マユリを救おうとするなら俺はお前を見殺しにしないといけないんだ。
Kurisu says nothing. What expression is she making now? I reluctantly sneak a look at her face. Oh no. This is gonna make this is so sad. She's staring out across the cityscape. Her eyes look distant. I see neither fear nor sadness in her face. She seems accepting. Kurisu is always like this. Always calm no matter what. It's hard to believe she's younger than me. Her soft chestnut hair blows in the wind. She lifts a hand to hold it down.
ねえ、岡部、アトラクターフィールドってどこまで信憑性があると思う？
信憑性？
あれって全部ジョン・タイター、天音さんの受け売りでしょ。2036年時点ではスタンダードらしいけど、その時代の研究者たちは一体どうやってそれが正しいって証明したの？
理論が間違っていると言いたいのか。だが確かに収束は存在する。俺はそれを身をもって体験した。
収束は正しいとしても、無限個に枝分かれした世界線が重ね合わせ状態になっているっていうのは？
俺が世界線を移動すると世界は再構成される。過去から未来までだ。
それって岡部の主観での話でしょ？
Oh.
あんたの脳が認識してる私はベータ世界線に行くと死んでるのよね。それはつまり私が死んでいる世界線と私が死んでいない世界線のうち、あんたの主観が前者を選んだってことになるわけだけど、あんたの脳が認識する世界と私の脳が認識する世界は別物かもしれないっていう可能性はないのかな。
Brains, huh? I forgot her specialty is brain science.
別物って世界が分裂するということか。
分裂というか電車みたいなものなのかも。
電車？
わかりやすい例を挙げると、
Kurisu takes out her phone and starts fiddling with it.
路線図で調べてみたけど、秋葉原から横浜に行くのにどの路線を選ぶか。
お前鉄オタだったのか。
Short for railroad fanatic, an otaku with an interest in trains. Illustrated novels, everyone knows what a light novel is, it's just a short book.
違う、例えよ例え。あんたは山手線で東京駅まで出て、そこから東海道本線に乗るのを選んだ。
Okay, so she knows her trains. Kurisu keeps talking as she looks at her phone, apparently reading off an itinerary.
でも私は山手線で大崎まで行った後、湘南新宿ラインに乗った。もしかしたら別の人、橋田なんかはそもそもいきなり秋葉原から京浜東北線に乗っちゃうかもしれない。マユリなら東京から新幹線に乗るかも。岡部と私は 東京駅までは同じ電車に乗ってるけど、そこからは違う線に乗って同じ目的地を目指している。
それを世界に当てはめるとパラレルワールドを主張するのか。
たまには私も妄想ぐらいする。でも世界が一つだと誰が証明した？
鈴葉の言葉と俺のリーディングシュタイナーが。
正体不明のタイムトラベラーと原因不明の特殊能力ね。
鈴葉は正体不明では。
彼女が橋田の娘かどうかは誰にも証明できない。2036年から来たかも。ディストピアのことも証明できない。
she's really trying to.
2036年
I mean, I get it. I would want to solve getting out of my own death as well.
そもそももしリーディングシュタイナーが正しいなら、あらゆる人間の記憶があんたの主観に引きずられてることになる。そんなの無理がありすぎる。もしそうだったら岡部は文字通り神よ。
I mean,
でも現実には神なんていない。世界はあんたを中心に回っているわけじゃない。あんたの脳がそう錯覚させているだけ。世界にとってあんたが神だというなら、同体積の脳を持つ私も世界にとって神になれるわけで。
何が言いたいんだ。
仮に岡部の主観が私が死ぬ世界線を選んだとして、私の主観も同じように私が死ぬ世界線を選ぶとは限らない。それは私の主観がここに存在していることからもわかる。すでにこの世界線は私が死なない世界線なわけだから。
oh.
あんたの主観がベータ世界線に行ってしまっても、私の主観はここに留まることだってできるの。
So she's saying okay to do it because I'll at least be alive in this timeline.
精神はどこにあるかって話。そして私は私の精神をあんたの好きにさせたくない。
科学者とは思えないほどのファンタジーな理論だ。
でも可能性はゼロじゃない。だからあんたは何も心配する必要はない。
Kurisu smiles. How can she smile? I just told her that she's going to die.
私を見殺しにできないって言って悩んでるのよね。でも今の私の仮説で言えば、私は別の可能性世界線で生き続けていける。だからそもそも岡部は悩む必要なんてない。
仮説は仮説だ。
アトラクタフィールド理論だって仮説。まだ誰にも何も証明されてないから。2036年時点では証明されていたとしても、その証明を今の私たちは確認できないから。そう考えれば未来の可能性は無限よ。
I feel like maybe this is like if this is Kurisu's ending route instead of Mocha's, that's kind of crazy. Kurisu turns her back to me after finishing. It's an armchair theory. A daring armchair theory that could quite possibly render meaningless everything I've done up to now. How can Kurisu stay so calm? She's just an 18-year-old girl.
ちなみに心配なんかしてくれなくてもいいから。岡部にそんなことされたら結構プライド傷つく。
そんな言い方。
Okay, what a weird time to get a call.
もしもし。マユリか。
Please don't let me disappear. Displayed on the screen is Mayuri's face, devoid of its usual brightness for some reason.
どうした？
あのね、ダル君から聞いたんだ。オカリンがなんだか変だったって。マユシーはコミマに夢中になってて、オカリンのことよく見ててあげられなかったね。いつもならオカリンが元気なかったらすぐに気づくのに。ごめんね。
Don't apologize. You've done nothing wrong.
でね、何かあったの？オカリン？
I can't tell her, I can't. I've kept it a secret from her all this time. That's the way it has to be.
何もないよ。
そっか。あのね、前はよくマユシーにいろんな話してくれたよね。例えば機関には幹部が4人いて、それぞれゲップとスダッと声優とジャコだっけ。
Crazy
玄
names.
武とスザクと清流と白虎だ。
そうそう、それ。そういうね、オカリンのお話、とっても面白かったな。でも、ねえ、オカリン。あのね、マユシーのこと、重荷に感じてたら、言ってね。
そんなこと。
じゃあ、とりあえず切るね。もしマユシーにいろいろお話ししたいなって思ったら、いつでも電話してくれていいからね。じゃあ、トゥットゥルー。
She hung up on me.
マユリ、なんだって？
あいつ何が重荷だよ。勝手に自分を責めやがって。いつもは空気を読めないくせに、なんでこういう時だけ。
重荷ね。
俺は一度だってマユリを重荷に感じたことはない。
だったらそれをはっきり言ってあげればいい。
Maybe it wasn't a good idea to leave Mayuri in the dark. She never looks like she's thinking about anything, and yet she saw my doubt. Either way, I can't tell her the truth.
岡部、
Kurisu sighs and then glares at me.
これまでのあんたなら悩んだりしなかったはず。とりあえずマユリに会いに行くべき。あの子だっていろいろ思うところがあるんだろうし。
Well, she's right. Even if I don't tell Mayuri the truth, I need to at least tell her something. I'll postpone my decision and go see Mayuri. Wow. And I feel like on that note, that is an excellent place to call it. I thought it would have been Mocha's line, but we're now in endgame with different lines, so we'll have to figure that out next time. But if you like videos like this and want to see more, please like, comment, and subscribe, as it really does help out the channel. Let me know what you want to see next, and as always, thank you for watching. I've been Boog the Goob. May God bless you, and peace.